Hi, and we're back for our midweek faith. How are you? How was the new moon for you? I hope it was fulfilling. I hope that you did all your homework. I hope that you thought about what you want in your life. I hope that you took the time to give yourself access to the possibilities of what could be when you take the time to paint the picture or paint the vision and make it clear, because that's really what it's all about. I had a good week. I had a nice weekend. Happy not 4th of July, but 4th of July for the nice holiday. I'm not sure how much independence anyone got from 4th of July, so I'll just say that. But, we're thankful to be in a country that, grants us access to whatever our needs are in comparison to what's going on in the world and other places right now. Nevertheless, we're grateful. So, yeah, my week was good. My holiday was wonderful. Spent some time with family, did all the things that are important. Got some much needed rest, and now we're at the end of summer breaks. Parents, we've almost made it through the summer, so congratulations. I know for me, since I have been given the opportunity to be a parent, when the end of summer comes, I definitely am celebrating, because parents, that means we made it through. It's definitely not a challenge, but it's important to keep your kids, in alignment with whatever it is their goals are. So I'm thankful that we had a fruitful summer in that reference, or in that accord as well. So I'm celebrating the nearing of the end of summer and kids going back to school. I don't know about you guys, but our kids are, due to go back the end of July, which is kind of soon, but also a blessing, because we're celebrating the fact that we made it through the summer. So that's always beautiful as well, to see the young people thriving and growing and doing the things that they want to do, getting closer to their goals and creating more long-term goals and looking at the future is a beautiful thing. So yeah, so that's been what's been going on for the past week. So we're back for our midweek faith. So I guess I'm just go ahead and jump in. So let's go ahead and jump into our air signs, okay? So for our air signs, we have Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And for our air signs, what are we asking, showing, telling, or just guiding them toward this week or whenever they see this? We're telling our air sign to beware of illusion, okay? Understand and embrace the truth, and don't allow illusion to take over whatever it is that may be on the horizon, or gravitating towards you to cloud your third eye or your judgment, okay? Be open to seeing everything as it is and as it should be. We're also reminding our air signs to stay in gratitude, because it is very important that you stay in gratitude. That will be the key to your goodness and your success. Also, air signs, I don't know if you've been a little down in the dumps lately, but if you have, just remember that positivity is always the outcome. A positive outcome is all a part of the forecast. It's on you to be the perspective. It's on you to live the perspective. It's on you to change your perspective if it's not the most positive air sign, okay? You are very resilient, but just remember that it's very important that, you take life seriously, and you also maximize your life and live it to the fullest, air sign, okay? Remember to let go. Remember to face your fears, all right? Remember that it's upon you to make the best choices and the best judgments of situations, and that is going to come with perspective, and that should not be clouded by what other people want you to think, what other people want you to do. It should be more internally focused and focused on the guidance that's coming around you. You are very original, okay? So just remember, air signs, if you're not having success in areas that you desire, it's upon you to blaze your trail. It's upon you to build your own table, bring your own table, make your own lane, and do that in kindness and love without being bitter, okay? Don't turn into a mean girl and start saying stuff like you can't sit with us, okay, air signs. It's important that you pick your battles wisely because you are the leader. And in being the leader, it's also important that you have proper boundaries and you set proper goals, okay, air signs? Know your potential. Think big for your future and follow your intuition, because that's going to be the route or the yellow brick road to your new beginning, okay? It might be time for a vacation, air signs, if you're feeling tired or drained, if it's been a while since you've taken the time out to just kind of chill and separate from life so that you can have your thought process to think things through and recalibrate everything that's happened. Take a vacation, a staycation, and take some time away so that you can do that, okay, air signs? Remember that it's upon you to raise your standards, air signs, and your intuition will be the guidance or the guider or the person that or the thing that guides you through what steps it's important for you to take and what steps is important for you not to take or are important for you not to take. Nurture your relationships, for they are very important. Seek clarity in all that you do, air signs, okay? Follow your passion and allow that passion to carry you through, and don't be afraid to fly solo. Don't be afraid to be the only one that sees your vision right now, because eventually everybody will get on board. For some it will be too late, and for some it will be right on time. Others just won't get it at all. So it's upon you to remember that, you know, you have to be happy. Happiness has to be on your vision board. It might be something very minute and small, and it also might be something that, you know, you're used to having, but you can't take that for granted in this season, in this moment. Remind yourself to be happy, because happiness is a full-time job, okay, air signs? Remembering that it's important to look forward, okay? Express yourself and really indulge in the enlightenment, indulge in the knowledge that's coming your way, okay? Because opportunity will knock, but it's upon you to really, it seems like, nurture yourself and go with the flow of what time it is. We can't force things. We cannot make things be what they are not in this moment, but what we can do is we can work with them and we can recalibrate our minds so that our perspective is coming from a more positive place, okay? So self-care for our air signs is going to be maybe some intimacy. You might be lacking that or needing that in some way, shape, or form, okay? Also maybe doing some art, connecting with fire, making sure you're keeping up on your health, and again, keeping that gratitude list going and keeping it prevalent and at the top of your mind every day, and then practicing some stillness, which is going to go along with taking a vacation or a time out. Not a vacation to go turn up, even if that is what you do to clear your mind, but more so take the vacation so that you have the space to realign your thoughts, okay? This is more a vacation of positive thoughts and creating positive intention around our life and our lifestyles, and that's going to require you to really take time out, okay? For our angel number for our air signs is going to be 1818, willpower, achievements, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. Wow, significant events are in the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness, okay, air signs? So that's going to be your number, angel number of the week. And then let's go into our earth signs. So for our earth signs, we will have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And for our earth signs, what are we guiding or showing them for this week, or whenever they see this? It can be undated. Whenever this flows to you on your timeline, or the video comes across you, you can take the information for what you need. Okay, we're telling our earth signs that in this moment you might feel like there's a lot of sacrifice going on, and you might feel like, you know, there are signs around you that are showing or telling you the goodness. These are your instincts from the divine telling you that things are going to be okay, even though it may not feel it. It's really important for you to clear energy and transmute the energy that you're feeling, earth signs, okay? Because this is going to allow for awakening. This is going to allow for more space. This is going to create more space in your bubble so that you can manage the different things that you manage, because we all know that you manage a lot. Every day it becomes easier to receive the divine plan, and every day it will become more tolerable for you, because we know that you have your own divine plan, earth sign, okay? This is also a time of self-love and a time of letting go. This is also a time for you to remember that you are an individual. You have your own way and style of doing things and living and being, and you should not feel ashamed or bad for that, okay? Please remember to maintain your grounding, earth signs, because this will allow you to give compassion to your inner child and give love to the deeper needs and feelings that you have within you that can go unacknowledged, unnoticed, or just not plain old not paid enough attention to, because the monotony of life can get so great that you're not paying attention to that, okay? And we all totally get that. It's also a time for you to remember that, you know, you are divinely connected to a divine source, and this energy is really about you surrendering to that divine source, allowing your path to be the path that God truly desires and not the path that only you desire, which will require you to possibly open your mind in different ways than you thought or expected or brainstorm that you would have to. Even though you may have had or have things figured out, earth signs, what the prayer is like, dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan beyond what I can imagine. So you have your plan, but then God has his or hers. So that is upon you to practice that detachment, for you to have the plan, put it in the universe, and then detach yourself and unplug from it, expecting that your plan will come into fruition, and knowing that our God will turn our plan into magic and a miracle, okay? Your inner power is very, very great. You are a very strong individual, earth sign, and no one is ever doubting that. But what is needed of you is to be strong but malleable, is to be strong but flexible, is to be strong but be able to go with the flow. What this is going to enable you to do is to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. This is going to allow more ease into your life. This is going to allow more peace into your life that we all know that everyone is looking for. Okay, be prepared for the changes. And as things change, remember what you're worth, earth signs. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. So remembering that I am love, that is something that you should be saying to yourself on a constant and consistent basis, earth signs, okay? And also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask God, like, what should I do? Where should I go? What is going on? And you know, these questions will get answered. They might come in the form of a person, place, thing, symbol, bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, the wind chime. Pay attention to your thoughts. If you're conscious with your thoughts and you are present with your thoughts, then the signs become easier to see. Okay, earth signs? Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So all of your sacrifice, if viewed through a lens of offering and fasting and self-improvement, will really radiate into God's ears, from your mouth to God's ears, so that God can really understand that you are on the path that is desired of you. Okay? And when you ask for that guidance and when you ask for help, just remember the divine intelligence will be your foundation of what becomes of whatever you're asking about. So having faith, the faith of a mustard seed can move a mountain, earth sign. So have faith in everything that you believe in and trust that God is going to create love out of every situation. God is love, I am love. And there's a lot of God and love in this message to you, earth signs. Okay, allow me, the divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So that is having an open heart, having an open mind, and being open to the blessings that are on their way to you, earth signs. Okay, an allowance will create a liberation. The liberation and the freedom that you're looking for will be through the allowance of God and the divine giving you the messages and the signs of where to go and what to do. Stay in gratitude and make sure you value the companions, the friendships, and the people that walk with you through life. Okay, and use your intuition, earth signs. Okay, abundance is on its way, and really what's really on its way is peace and ease. It's just right around the corner. It's just about your perspective and remembering you are limitless, remembering that karma has its own address and you are not in charge of it, knowing that the God that you serve is more powerful than anything that you could say or do to retaliate or react in any situation, and understanding that divine flow is a deepening of understanding. It's a deepening of the concepts of life. Okay, earth signs, your freedom and expansiveness is on its way to you, but it's about you reframing your thoughts and your thought process so that you can receive every single thing that you want. It's all about the lens in which you view things. Please give space to your grief, earth signs. Please allow yourself to pay attention to the things that are hurting you. Pay attention to what's bothering you and give it space to transmute and transfer out of your body, and allow yourself the space to grow and feel the divine love of God with right action. Okay. For self-care for our earth signs, we are asking you to do some energy work if that applies to you, if that's something that you do. If it's not, then something as simple as prayer could be considered energy work. Maybe some grounding, doing some abundance planning. Abundance planning is essentially planning out where your money is going to go before you get it. It's just saying, hey God, when I get this, this, and this is what I plan to do with it. And it needs to be bigger than bills. It should be bills, but it should also be, upgrading your lifestyle, upgrading your equipment, upgrading, whatever it is that God is blessing you with. It's about the upgrades and the level ups, okay? And also, earth signs, making a vision board. And for your angel number, we are going to have 0909, new beginnings, great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusions, and big love. Look out for an opportunity that might be a great game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. So, hey, if you ever thought what I was saying wasn't accurate, I just said level up, and the card did too. So you know what time it is, okay, earth signs? Next, let's jump into our fire signs. So for our fire signs, we will have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And for our fire signs, what are we asking, showing, telling, reminding them of, or warning them of, or showing them during this time? We we are telling our fire signs that steady progress is better than no progress, okay? Pay attention to your family life right now, fire signs, because that might be what needs the most of your attention in this moment. Your family is very important to you, and it's a very important part of who you are. So what we need from you and of you is that you pay attention to your surroundings, okay? We're also asking that you release and surrender, that you release yourself from expectation and surrender to what God has for you, so that you are in alignment with everything that you need. Fresh air might be good for you. You might need some space from your home or situations or things, fire signs. And if that's the case, just understand, like, your body needs a refreshment. It needs you to refill your cup and, get a change of scenery. And not necessarily vacation vibes, but you need to do something different than you normally would do. Because if you take a vacation, you might just do the same thing that you do when you're at home. So what we're asking you to do, fire sign, is to really dare to be different. Do something different. Live outside the box, okay? We're also asking that, by deepening your care about the younger generation, you will actually process and heal some of your inner and internal hurt and pain. Okay, so we're asking you to care more about what's happening to the younger generation and step outside of self and really look at, the younger people around you, what's going on with them, and not necessarily applying that to your life, but caring about something other than yourself when it comes to what's going on amongst the younger generation. How are you going to attribute or contribute to the change of it? That's very important, because we can act as vivacious and young as we want to. We can do all these things, but what does it look like when you are the older generation that's raising this younger generation? What's your message? What are you putting out there? What are you promoting? Okay? Pay attention to your relationships, and some things may be a blessing in disguise, whether that means that, a problem or a heartache or something that is showing up and coming up as not so positive is actually, or could actually be, a blessing in disguise. I'm also feeling this energy of like, oh, but I really don't want to, or I really don't feel like it. And that's cool. But you also have to remember that when you have that type of energy, you might be greeted with that type of energy. So when you get the shoulder shrug and well, I really don't want to, I really don't feel like it, that's kind of selfish energy. Unless you're drawing a boundary because you feel like people have had too much access to you, then I suggest you really lean in and you look at things from a perspective of it's not just all about you. It's not just all about what you have. You need to focus more on service of others. That's really coming up here, okay, fire signs? There is a joy that's wanting to gravitate towards you, but it's being limited because you are not trusting the guidance that's being shown to you as well, fire signs. Okay, so we're asking that you remember and you notice the signs, okay, that you're honest with yourself and you see beyond any illusion, that you don't question what's happening around you, and that you really are leaning into your power and the law of attraction and really showing and asking God for what it is that you desire. Please be connected with your heart chakra, with your feelings. Suppression of emotion and feelings is not something that we need to do on a consistent basis. No one wins an award for how much they stuffed their feelings away and didn't pay attention to themselves, okay? Or didn't allow the healing. No one's gonna win at the end with that. It's not who could do that better. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so we're asking you to Be assertive with yourself the same way you're assertive with the world. The same way you can have the fire to go out and get what you want and accomplish your goals. We're also asking you to be that assertive with yourself. Be that assertive with your feelings and finding out how you feel and what's going on with you, so that when you show up to other people, around other people, or in other environments, no one has to wonder, because you have yourself figured out. Okay? Cleanse and detoxify. Please cleanse and detoxify your environment, fire signs. Okay, it will be the beginning to the boost and the renewal of your confidence, your inner self-confidence. Okay, energy work is always great. And at the end of the day, we all have to know when is the time to give and when is the time to receive. And right now, fire sign, you do and you should be giving, okay? Whether it be attention, love, whatever. For self-care, for our fire signs, we're asking that you go out and connect into nature. We're also asking that maybe you play some music or engage in music, listen to music, something with music that will help ease your soul and however you're feeling. We're also asking you to maybe do some aromatherapy, some chanting, and some meditation, okay? And for our angel number for our fire signs, we're gonna have 0550, the eye candy. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, romance. Get some fresh air. I'm blown away. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Okay? So that's going to be for our fire signs. Last but not least, let's talk to our water signs. So for our water signs, we have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And for our water signs, what are we asking, showing, or guiding them to? What are we telling our water signs? We are telling our water signs that it is very important to live in the moment and be present, water signs, okay? A decision doesn't have to be made today, but it is good to make one. You are the master of your life, and in order to master it, what the mastery of life is going with the flow. So the longer you become rigid, the harder it will be for you to master life, okay? Don't get that confused, going with the flow, confused with being lazy, water signs, okay? It's really important that you turn in so that you can understand what the vision is. And also remembering, it's also important to compromise, water signs. Not compromise yourself like we always say, but compromise in situations. Creativity is what's going to be your tool to transformation. And isolation won't really help you be receptive. So what's required of you is to understand hermit mode and isolation. Understand that there is a difference between the two, and then also be ready for things and people and places to fall away that don't necessarily align with the vision. Okay, you are on the path to completion, water sign, but what's happening right now is conditioning. And just remember, as you're going through conditioning, comparison is the thief of joy. So we have no business comparing ourselves to anyone else, where they are, what they're doing, what they're getting, their success, what they're achieving in life. Everyone has a different path, okay? So what we're asking of you is to clear your mind, refill your courage cup or your courage drink, and have patience with yourself, okay? Everything is beyond illusion. Open that third eye, clear that third eye, and allow yourself to see what, where, and how things really are. A lot of time, the illusion of things can be bewildering, and we cannot see what is right in front of us, okay? So what we're asking you to do is accept the guidance. You are not a burden, and you must trust the Creator. You must trust the blessing. And if you can't trust the blessing, then it wasn't of God. But it is important, and honestly, you will and you should have the discernment. When the blessing comes, you will know how much of God it is. And when you're living it, that's when the negative thoughts creep in to try to make you feel that you don't deserve those blessings, okay? Traveling might be in the forecast for you, water signs, and just remember to have a healthy balance of slow down and speed up, okay? Let's not do too much of either. Let's not over slow down, because that is lazy, and let's not speed up to the point where life is passing us by and we're not present and we're not living in the moment. Okay, you might be tired or exhausted. Please get your rest, water signs. It's very important. Okay, if you are questioning your existence, let's stop questioning and let's be present and live in the blessing. Let's celebrate the blessing. Let's celebrate the flowering and the expansion, okay? If you're feeling any sorrow, water signs, letting things go is very important. Once you let things go, the sorrow will go as well. If you're feeling alone, just remember that it's upon you to see the ordinariness of life and the blessings in the ordinariness of life. And that's really what time it is. Success is on its way to you, but maintaining the healing energy is also what's important for you, okay? Harmonious energy is very much prevalent, but you have to see the possibilities of the blessing. You have to have the dream in order for you to understand what the changes are going to be and what the breakthrough is and what's going to happen. You are maturing, but as you're maturing, don't let your guilt take you down a road of projecting, water sign. We're not suppressing feelings, we're communicating about them, and then we are receiving the abundance through purity, not politics. And that is going to make a big difference in how you navigate. Let's not cling to the past and postpone our healing, and let's engage in it today, water sign. Okay, for self-care for our water signs, we are asking our water signs to maybe take a bath and soak in a bath, do some meditating. We're also asking them to connect or spend time with animals, maybe get a massage, some body work, maintain your journaling, and get some rest, okay, water signs. And last but not least, our water sign number of the week is going to be 0808. Swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps toward achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Okay, so that is for our water signs. So aside from that, how's everyone feeling? Are you feeling well? Are you feeling overwhelmed? How it is that you're processing your everyday and creating space for yourself? I was really meditating on a topic that would resonate with everyone, or a message that I should, talk about. And one of the things that kind of came to me, or Spirit guided me to, was reminding everyone that suppressing your emotions or anger is not going to help the community. So if you think that by not showing emotion or putting them away or hiding them, that you're helping the people around you, that's really not the case. So I saw this thing on Instagram scrolling, right? And it was basically a video saying that the quality of a child's happiness is based on the quality of the mother's happiness, or the parent in which the home that they live, right? Because everyone unfortunately doesn't have both parents in the home, or different dynamics, right? So I say that to say that something as simple as that could determine the quality of a child's happiness for the rest of their life, because we know that childhood trauma is a real thing. So when you think about that, are you thinking about your own happiness? Are you thinking about how and where you're putting your sadness and processing it so that you can move forward and do something different? That's something that kind of just flowed and came to me based on, like, you know, what gem should I drop at the end of the episode, or what reminder should I give? So the reminder of today is really allowing yourself the space to process your emotions instead of suppressing them. Just being reminded of the fact that no one is gaining any slightest bit of happiness by you suppressing how you feel. And if anything, the long term of this suppression is going to create for animosity and bitterness and anger and all the things that no one wants to feel or experience, whether it be in relationships or even independently. Suppression of emotion can take you down a road of so many different directions and feelings. And, you know, my purpose today is just to leave you with a reminder that you don't have to do that, and you don't owe it to anyone to hide your feelings or put them away, no matter what your age is, whether you're a child or you're an older adult. I think the privilege of living in this country actually allows us to feel however it is that we want to feel and even act on it. It's one of the few privileges, or many privileges, that I do count as a blessing, because we have a lot of things that we are behind in here, but we also have a lot of things that we are ahead in, and being able to live in your emotion is one of them. Being able to have the privilege to not suppress how you feel is a blessing, and it's something that we should count as important, so that we know that the processing of our feelings and the acknowledgement of them will take us way farther than the suppression. So I just thought that that was something we should talk about. Oh, do you guys know that Beyonce came out with incense? That's kind of cool. So maybe you should get some. I don't know. I might. Badu Pussy is sold out. So Beyonce might be the one that you want to get for now. What else? I don't know. I think that's it. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you're watching. I'll be back next week with our Midweek Faith. I might be in a new setting. I might not be. I don't know. I have a lot going on. But either way, I'll be here. And thanks for listening. I appreciate you watching, and I hope that this reaches exactly who it needs to reach. I love you so much. I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah.